If things ever get too tight during a chase, the muscles in the pouch do the exact opposite and drop the Joey on the ground. And while the screaming, writhing Joey gets the worst kind of attention.
Yeah, fuck them kids. I'm not dying for this little baby. Yo, what's good with y'all boys, man? Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. Am I consistent or what, bruh? What's it been, a whole month of me being consistent and some change? Come on, bro. Talk to me. You know? Y'all see what we here with, bruh? The animals with the worst childhood. Did I get it right this time? Because I had to look before I even press record because I keep forgetting, bro. And then I have to look and it's super unprofessional. But I think I got it right this time, y'all. And I don't even want to make this intro long, bruh. If you enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, bro. It does really help out the channel. You know? Appreciate you. And let's get shades. Hey, me.
A hippo made me cry. Hippos are easily first ballot in the Hood Nature Hall of Fame, but they didn't get it from turning hundreds of humans into hashtags a year, or for being a part-time predatory land whale out of water, while also being fast enough to catch a ticket in a school zone. It's not because of it's not.
I mean, yeah,
of
course I knew it was fast.
It's because as a kid, I was traumatized by.
They were that fast. Can you even weave them, bro? Like if you run in like a weird angle, can they turn fast enough, or do they just like? I'm saying
3 words.
They got one
Hippo,
direction.
Baby shower.
What?
Maturing is realizing 2 things about nature. 1, you hit the RNG lottery if you die of old age. And 2, you probably have a worse childhood than an actor from Redacted. Since I've already made a mother and father video on this channel, instead, we're gonna do basically the opposite. Here are the animals that get spanked the hardest by reality the moment they're born. And while this isn't really a bad parents video, you're gonna see some of these animals need CPS in the worst way.
She's making her scent on the baby, I swear. That way? Is he making it up to be so that his video doesn't get demonetized? Is that
while this isn't really a bad parents video, you're gonna see some of these animals need CPS in the worst.
Nah, that's a lot of thrusting, bro. That's a lot of thrusting, bro.
Yeah, back to hippos. So as a kid, I was watching this documentary. I couldn't really tell you what it was called or even what it was about, but there was this one scene where a mother hippo showed
Wait, can I get that monkey yet?
with her freshly born calf, and the other hippos woke up.
I had
like
to.
Mike,
it's a joke,
Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, take your pick. Either way, I watched the calf become coarse confetti in front of my eyes. Hippos are actually pretty solid moms. They'll take a maternity leave from the herd and pretty much quarantine herself for weeks to have the kid, and it's usually after a couple of weeks where she'll return to the pod. Problem is, if she comes back to an overcrowded pool or limited resources or really just a hippoing, males will gang up on the mother, separate her from the calf, and make a hippo baby shower shockingly literal. In their defense, it's technically rare, and it's not like your favorite animals don't follow the same script.
Yeah, zebras are horrible, bro.
Eviscerated baby hippo alter my brain chemistry. The hippo's first introduction to its own kind is a family pool party that can turn into an actual bloodbath. And if that's too dark,
what's going on here?
I'm gonna put this right here, because like the world to Ray
Charles.
I
thought bro was trying to get jiggy, bro, in front of everybody. An exhibitionist.
Only gets darker. So in my non-professional online opinion, there's about 4 ways animals fresh out the womb get violated by the natural order. And the first one's what hippos go through, which I like to call running the gauntlet. It basically means because of circumstances, an animal too young to be anything but a milk merchant has to go through trials, tests, and a real-life bullet hell that I would hesitate to wish on my worst enemy. And unfortunately, my worst enemy is not this bird. You see, the barnacle goose had a problem. They build nests on high, cloud-caressing cliffs, away from polar bears and foxes, but their food source, aka
what they call barnacle
life, is at the very bottom. And because they're basically flying lawnmowers that eat mostly grass, they can't just mama bird food into their faces. And air Ubering them down ain't on the table either. So their only option is to jump. All the way down. The day-old flightless baby barnacles freefall up to 400 feet straight down. The Statue of Liberty would be a vacation for them, and the only thing breaking their fall are the rocks littering the bottom. Really, the only break they get is nature giving them a fluffy down coat and flyweight class to make the whole rock landing thing less of an immediate game over. But don't worry.
Wow.
It gets worse. The parent geese do help by calling out to the chicks and kind of coaching them down, but their encouragement can end up attracting the same predators they were trying to avoid in the first place. Also, as a conscious cotton ball, they go wherever the wind blows them, and if that happens to be too far far away, they can get snatched by a raven before their parents even get to them. Not to mention, barnacle geese don't get full immunity. 10% of the chicks become a casualty to the cliffs, and only a third are alive after 2 days. Basically, this is the second animal in the row where baby shower sounds more like a sick joke, and wouldn't you know, they're not the only birds that don't need autumn to be a fall baby.
Life really be hard for these niggas, huh? They in the trenches.
Or starve to death inside. I didn't know water landing was a luxury because merganser chicks have to do the same thing, except the best they get are
at
leaves.
least.
But at least with ducks
What you
and
mean
geese,
the best they get? They just bounced off, bro. At least. It's better than the cliff diving. Is crazy, bro. Landing on some fluffy leaves, especially when you don't weigh much, it's not that big a deal, bro. Also, you gotta remember they probably weigh less than what are these cats? That's why cats can't die no matter how high you throw them off of. They could get injured, but they can't really die or something, bro, from fall damage because they don't weigh enough for gravity to pull them fast enough for them to like, yeah, us, we can reach like velocities that will kill us. Cats, not so much. Or at least I heard that. I don't remember.
They run the gauntlet, but they have their parents there the whole time. This crab could only be so lucky. The Christmas crab's named after the island it's on, and every year, the crustacean exodus travels from within the forest all the way to the coast by the tens of
Too
millions.
close to a spider.
Well, if you know what this drink is called, just know crabs have copious amounts of it. Walking to your spring break when you're only inches tall is a struggle enough. But doing it in reverse at tick size is veteran difficulty. Because a few weeks later, the Christmas crab progeny has to backtrack from the beach all the way back into the recesses of the jungle with the rest of the population. It takes over a week straight of walking, while dodging everything from cars to the people in them. And that's if they don't get spawn sniped on the beach by their own kind. Out of the legit billions of crabs that take the journey on,
so it's just a feast for this dude. That's nuts. And they're this small? They look bigger. Bro, just. And he doing it slowly too. He don't give a fuck. He's an actual predator. No. My bad.
Let's see here.
You know, you get it though? Did you even get the joke, bro? For you to say it's horrible, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's preying on kids, but he's also, you know, he an old dude looking for some kids.
0.001% of them live long enough to continue the cycle. Now, I'm not the best at math.
I mean, yeah, there's hundreds of them,
the only
bro.
insect that can give 10% of the Furious 5 problems.
NANI?
It sounds like all but 1 in 10,000 crablets are statistically f***ed. Nothing says gauntlet like having so many kids. You basically force the right hand of RNG to do at least one of your own right.
Spoiler alert, you're gonna see that again.
But nothing makes running the gauntlet more literal than Godzilla's understudy. Ironically, the marine iguana is only a menace to algae and is reportedly chill like that. Their childhood is anything but, because gravid iguanas will lay their eggs deep in
why
sand.
he look like that, bro? Nah, these eyes, I could tell. I know what type of man you are, bruh. He off some, bruh. That boy is zooted, boy. Look at him, can't even close his mouth.
Or volcanic
Mouth
ash.
breathing ass.
But that also means they have to do the dash when their underground nursery turns out to be a snake pit. As soon as the iguanas are born, they immediately rush to the rocks for cover.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that can get them
I
tailgated
done
by,
seen this. Remember
of
when
course,
Snoop Dogg reacted
razor
to it?
snakes. And like their name suggests, they're liable to run down a luckless lizard. Bro really just blew a 4-0 leg lead. Oh, and
Bro, you gave up. Get up. Bro, you can't give up like this, bro. That bro don't even got you in a proper like hold, bro. Like he got your tail at most and like one leg, bro. You could make it out. Is this the same snake? Is this snake right here? This the same thing? I thought it was this small ass thing with the. This cannot be the rest of his body, bro. I didn't even notice this. This cannot be the rest of his body, bro. There's no way. Look at this. No, I'd give up too. My bad, player. You're right. You're right. There's no. You're not making it out. You're cooked. If this is one snake, if all of this is just one snake, you're cooked. You're done.
Liable to run down a luckless lizard. Bro really just blew a 4-0 leg.
But you got like, bro, scratch the nigga, bro.
Oh, and Euro-stepping Satan's garden hoses doesn't mean...
Yeah,
the
but they
get picked
small
off
as hell. I was about to say it's these little...
by the always menacing Galapagos hawk. Running through ops like Marshawn Lynch your first day out is survival of the fittest on steroids. And remember, running the gauntlet is just one of the ways the world plots on the young. But number 2 might arguably be worse. criminal negligence. Because at least with before, if you take an L, you can chalk it up to a skill issue. But with a parent like that, if you're strapped for luck, you're pretty much in trouble. The harp seal is actually a decent mother. For 12 days, she nurses her pup for less than 2 weeks, then what? She abandons the pup to go find more males, because mother harps are for the sheets. The ice sheets.
Single mother is gonna do single mother shit. Western single mothers. Single mothers over here got some sense. Shout out to the world's mothers out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. Y'all strong as hell. Not y'all ones that be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know which ones I'm talking about, bro. She really left the kid to go look for some more dick. That's crazy.
Keep in mind, the baby seal can't swim
They
or
exist
feed
too
itself for the next 6 weeks, even losing half their weight in the process. Forcing a hunger strike on your kids is bad enough. Pulling that in polar bear country is diabolical. Worst part is, the pups are naive enough to confuse anything that moves for their mother, so those videos of them pulling up to cameramen, it just got a lot darker. Quokkas are on a different kind of timing, because they'll yeet their young as a contingency. It just got a lot darker. Quokkas are on a...
Bro, this pouch shit, I don't mess with it. I thought it was cute before, until I seen the inside of a kangaroo pouch. It's fleshy, bro. It's not like furry inside. No, bro. It's the inside. There's skin in there, bruh. It's fleshy. Ugh. Now every time I see a pouch, it's not hidden. Not where this is not cute to me.
Their young as a contingency plan.
And look, and before you want to tell me I'm wrong,
a lot darker. Quokkas are on
before you want to tell me, look at this right here. This is probably, you see this? It doesn't fold into inside, so it's not furry inside. If it's not furry, then what is it? Or at least the fur ends where we can see where the fur ends. You should not be this happy in that sack.
a different kind of timing, because they'll yeet their young as a contingency plan against predators. And while no, they don't literally throw their babies into the oblivion, if things ever get too tight during a chase, the muscles in the pouch do the exact opposite and drop the joey on the ground, and while the screaming, writhing joey gets the worst kind of attention.
Yeah, fuck them kids. I'm not dying for this little baby.
Mama Marsupial.
I can make one more. It's not that serious.
I tails it, because you know what they say.
What's 17 more years?
I could just me.
Start again. Make another kid.
Kangaroos, wallabies, and quokkas have all been known to ghost their kids in the
That's
worst
hilarious.
way. In fact, tree kangaroos have been known to eject their joey over the stress of a bad storm. But hey, shout out to
You're doing that on purpose, bro. Eject their joey? Stop.
koalas. Not only could I not find cases of them sacrificing the youth, some koalas have adopted orphan joeys and looked after them like their own, so big ups to the chlamydia care bear.
Yeah, I was about to say.
For kids that aren't even theirs, and a desaturated deadbeat forfeiting custody to the gulag. Pandas often have twins, but because they only have the facilities to keep one alive, they'll basically flip a coin, keep Zach, and Cody gets returned to sender. To the point where zoos have to play parent trap with a panda and will sub in one twin after another. Whole time the bag of bamboo thinks she only has one. But you've definitely heard all this before, so I'm not gonna go in depth. What I will do though is mention the bird of pandas. This is a grebe. If you haven't seen one before, let this be your introduction.
Adam.
The hooded grebe will have 2 eggs, and they'll lay both on this kind of floating nest. First to hatch hitches a ride back. Second place,
My battery on my headset just died, so I guess we're
97% of the time, the grebe couple only raises one chick. It's bad enough when
What is that them? Is that them getting it on? Oh my
of
gosh.
the time, the grebe couple only raises one chick. It's bad enough when
Animals
pandas
just
but
do
at least the
anything,
DreamWorks
don't they?
franchise isn't endangered anymore. Being critically close to being cooked while having a one-child policy is just egregious. Oh my god. In fact, the average baby raised per adult each year is 2. That's not a smudge. Make that 0.2. And yet there's a bird that might be worse. Now how could emperor penguins be here? They were in my Father's Day video, and the mothers aren't slouches either. But in a really cruel twist of fate, the very thing that makes them great parents can royally screw the chick over. Prolactin is a hormone that goes into overdrive once the penguin lays an egg and keeps going long after the chick hatches. And it's believed it's actually the high levels of prolactin that drives the penguin to make the long trip back to its chick after days of filling up at sea. The problem is the prolactin doesn't fall off if the penguin ends up losing the chick, and the parental drive can be so strong it forces them to kidnap someone else's. Not only can the chick get accidentally smothered in the process, most times the kidnapper loses interest after a couple hours, leaving the forcibly fostered chick to die, either of starvation, freezing, or getting turned out by a giant petrel. Oh, speaking of which, they'll really watch an ice chill vulture snatch their child.
Wow, you really gonna steal the kid just to not care about it later in a couple of... Penguins ain't shit. I just sprayed this mic with my spit, boy. Pause
Them and will do jack about it. I mean, sometimes they'll try. Until they don't. Imagine the plot of Taken, but if Liam Neeson was in the same room and didn't even move from his couch. To be fair, I honestly don't know what I was expecting here.
Look at this dude, bruh. Ain't that Joanne, little kid? Somebody do something, bruh. Help him. He's like 5 steps away, bro. You don't even pull a little, hey, scare the dude off, bro. Like do a little, you know what I'm saying? What's the movie? Happy Feet move, scare dude off, and then, you know what I'm saying, like a dog, you know what I'm saying? Like you about to push him or something, bro. Nothing? All of them. Ain't that Joanne kid? Yup. Oh, well. What you mean, bro? Go help the kid. Damn.
Better. Mind you, that's only the half of it, literally, because next is what I like to call, it be your own. You've probably seen videos of storks throwing their own chicks out of nests. It's cuz in survival of the fittest, fit isn't about strength or washboard abs, but fit is more like how good you are at making more of yourself and passing the genes off. Look like a liability, and most bird moms aren't going to waste the resources better spent on your bigger brother. They'll just subtract you from the census themselves. And that's not the only way parents can be your biggest op. Scorpions are dedicated enough to literally carry their entire family on their backs for days. But let resources get low enough and you'll see a spice roach having a kid's meal. And long-tailed skinks go full scorched earth. She'll try to defend her nest, but if she feels...
I mean, if you really think about it, without applying our morality to these animals, the scorpion can just make more kids. Like, simply just make more kids. I would do it too. But I have, like, human morality. Them, they don't. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, she's got other kids to feed. So, do the math. One kid becomes a meal. Let me cook. One kid becomes a meal. Less mouths to feed, and my mouth is fed. How did I not think of this before?
like it's getting invaded too often, eventually she'll say F it and eat her entire
I'm just saying
family
it's
first.
efficient.
Funny thing is, most skinks will just lay their eggs and peace out, but those in the area codes of egg-eating snakes will guard their nests.
Ugh.
That is until the moms get pressed enough and become the predator. The burying beetle has a different problem. You see, this corpse roach will turn an expired rat into a nursery, but if there's too many beetleists, there won't be enough food and they'll end up small and underdeveloped. So the beetle will systematically murk a small percentage of her own children to keep the ratio honest, and science says it's the beetles that beg the most for food that get packed up. Seriously, the larvae that beetles can beg, by the way, but the ones that only do it when they're genuinely hungry actually have a better chance of surviving than the ones that do it constantly. In a weird way, it's like a creative tactic to reward honesty. But also imagine asking your mom what's for dinner and she takes your head off. Either that, or it's a really messed up game of musical chairs where the biggest beetles get fed first until there's no food left, and the ones that get left out get terminated. Which is actually a great transition to the last pitfall of youth: sibling rivalry. Or it's beyond.
Damn, that's crazy. Even in the animal kingdom, parents got favorites. Ain't that a bit?
Too. Spotted hyenas take on-site literally. They will try to kill each other the moment they're born, and this ain't a friendly Disney Channel type of fate. A quarter of the cubs born never make it out of the den because of it. And considering the very process of birth can turn both parties into a hashtag, yeah, hyenas got it bad. So does this guy. The shoebill stork is...
I'm tempted to go take a look back at that picture that shows the insides, and, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust y'all to not judge me, so. And I'm not looking at it like that. That's the problem. I don't trust y'all to not think that I'm looking at it in like a furry, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them, bro. Stop, bro. I was just interested, and I'm not going back. I have to explain myself.
To survive, and even with different species, the
bad, bro.
stork is one of many types of birds that will flatline their sibling to survive. And even with different species, the script is the same. The stronger chick gets all the food and attention, while the weaker one gets bullied and beaten into oblivion. Often while the mother's watching. Heck, sometimes they serve the corpse as a victory meal. But arguably the most brutal case of competition happens in Tasmania. You know exactly where this is about to go. Tasmanian devils can birth 20, 30, sometimes up to 40 joeys, but somehow while their opossum cousins have 13 nipples and the short-tailed opossum has 27, the live-action Looney Tune got capped at 4. So now the blind, hairless, raisin-sized joeys have to somehow race their way from the birth canal all the way to one of 4 milk faucets. As you can guess, the first 4 to feed go on and grow. The remaining joeys get canceled like a Friends spinoff by the mother who eats them alive. I know I said musical chairs earlier, but this is That Meets Saw, directed by Casey Anthony. And somehow there's an animal that gets done even worse. The sand tiger shark can have up to 50 embryos inside her uterus. The problem is, one litter can have multiple fathers. So once one of the embryos grows big enough, it swims around and starts eating all the others. And they don't just wipe out all the smaller embryos. Once the pup clears them, it then eats all the unfertilized.
See, I'm hearing one problem here. She can't keep her legs closed. That's the problem here. Now kids is fighting because dads is not
fertilized eggs in the uterus. And you know these sharks duck zero smoke because the way
these tiger women,
right? Poking around a pregnant shark's uterus and
these tiger shark women
bitten by an undercooked pup. It's a special kind of spawn killing when you don't even let them spawn, but it gets even more metal because sand tiger sharks have 2 uteruses, so usually have 2 pups. And apparently some predatory pups will swim from one uterus to another and murk everything in sight.
That's some real hate. We didn't even spawn in and you that's some real hater shit, bro. That's some real hater shit, bro. We're not even fighting for nutrients. You don't need to do this. How did you even know where I'm at, bro? Oh my god, you a hater, bro.
One of the lowest reproductive rates of any shark, and in utero cannibalism
how you spawn can't be
help. So those are all the ways childhood is a figurative flogging for some animals. But I missed one. I missed the animal with arguably the worst childhood of all. What animal could that be? How about the one that has to deal with all of this? The gauntlet, the rivalries, the occasional cannibalism.
Damn.
If you didn't think it could possibly get worse, be glad you're not a sea turtle. Baby sea turtles got the Tasmanian devil experience on brutal, because not only do they have to crawl for their lives from beach to sea, they also have to worry about getting digested alive in a vulture's stomach, crushed to death by crocodiles, and even having their eyes gouged out by cutthroat crabs. And yeah, that one's still alive. And that's just on the beach. Even if they hit the water, they're likely to get griefed by reef sharks. In open water, threats like the dolphin fish are liable to turn turtles into hard candy. Some species improve their chances by going at night and using the moon as a guide, but man-made lights can confuse the turtles into going the wrong way on the highway. And this ain't Mario Kart, there is no Lakitu to bail them out. And even though sea turtle cannibalism has only really been seen in captivity, I would not put it past the wild ones, cause, well, you remember when I said baby birds are like the potato chips of nature? Baby turtles are like the Kit Kat bars of the beach. Turtles got it so bad that their literal only defense is just having so many kids that it doesn't matter how low the odds are, they just have to not be 0. Let's talk numbers.
So the only defense is that hopefully it's not me, as long as it's not me, boy.
The average sea turtle lays, let's say, 110 eggs in a clutch, and each lady turtle has an average of 3 clutches in a season, with about 100,000 females nesting at the same time. Assuming only half the eggs actually hatch, you're looking at over 16 million hatchlings storming the beaches like Normandy. Numbers carry them so hard that sea turtles will actually sing to each other while in the eggs to make sure they're all on the same page and hatch at the same time. The thing for that, because in some species, only 1 in every 10,000 turtles born live long enough to make it worth it. The ones that do spend most of their lives at sea until one day their internal GPS takes them hundreds, if not thousands of miles back to the beach where it all began. It's almost inspiring, you know, every sea turtle you see was that turtle out of thousands, and if they can make it out of that, hey, maybe we don't have it so bad. Yeah, let me stop right there. Turtles might as well be named after all the shit they take. Imagine nature gifting you a real-life bullet-hell middle finger for your birthday, and this is the fastest you can go. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drink water. Let moms know you appreciate that. Out of all the things she could have been, she's not a harp seal. I hope. If you're trying to see turtles for real, Cayman Islands Turtle Center, 100% recommended. And unless you're a baby turtle, I'ma see y'all.
Oh, that God, you work out, gang? I ain't know you had it like that, gang. I ain't know you was like that. Look at you in these photos. Nah, you Look out, you now you look way smaller in this vid.
The next
weekend. Hold on, bro.
Not a harp seal. I hope. If you're trying to see turtles for real,
Maybe it's just the shirt hiding him, bro.
100% recommended. And unless
Bro, he look. You done did some push-ups before you took this pic. Niggas. Cause look at, bro, there's no way, bro. You just hit the gym, bro. Just to take this picture, you just did like a couple of push-ups. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. You know? We could tell, bro.
unless you're a baby turtle, I'm gonna see y'all.
Is this you? Am I confusing you? Am I racist? Am I racist? Because I'm confusing you with somebody else? Is that not you?
In the next one.
Hey, bruh. W video. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my boy, Casual Geographic, man. Shout out to him. Subscribe to me while you're at it. Like and comment. You feel me? Do all that good stuff. It does really support and help out the channel. Appreciate you for being here, bruh. Until next time. You're still here? Bro, leave the video. Oh, y'all weirdo, bruh.